Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Retro of the Future. It's been a long time. Finally got myself a job, so I haven't been able to do these things very often, but I'm glad I'm back doing it again. Today's topic is my second favorite game of all time, and that would be, as you can probably see, Castlevania. Now, this is not my favorite one, but it's definitely up there. We'll get to that in a little bit. First, I want to do is I want to show you guys my guidebook collection of Castlevania. It's not as big as Resident Evil. Speaking of Resident Evil, I did that last episode of Resident Evil, and I forgot a couple of games that I actually had for it, and I'll show those to you guys right now. I had another box. I have Nintendo 3DS and DS games and stuff like that, and I forgot to mention I do have Resident Evil Gaiden, or Gaiden, or whatever you want to call it. I call it Gaiden because that's what Ninja Gaiden is called, so I'm going to stick to it. I know this is very hard to find. I've played a little bit of it. It's kind of cool. I got to get back into it again. I know you're on a cruise ship or something like that, and obviously all the staff got infected. So I'm gonna try that one again. This is pretty cool. I like this game a lot. This is a pretty common one. Resident Evil: Deadly Silence. Pretty much Resident Evil 1 on the PS1. Just handheld. If you want to take that on the plane or something on the go, definitely recommend it for that one for sure too. And Resident Evil Revelations, I've actually never played this game before. I don't even know what it's about. It says on the back here, it says Abandoned Cruise Ship. So I guess, well, maybe it's the sequel to Resident Evil Gaiden, I don't know. But I'll get on that at some point too. Alright, well, the topic that we're talking about right now is Castlevania. So let's get to that. I'll do the guidebooks first, then I'll get to the games. Let's see here. Well, these are no particular order because I just kind of threw them out there, but they're just whatever. This is for the 64. Yeah, this is for the 64. Castlevania. I don't even know. I don't know. Might have bought this from EB Games like a long time ago, which is obviously now GameStop. So I don't know. Cool. Another Castlevania 64 book. I think this is the Prima. Yeah, that one's actually probably better. Actually has pictures. I'm sure the other one does too, but whatever. Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I played this game back in the day like a lot, and then I just kind of stopped playing it. I don't know why, because I love hack and slash. I love God of War style games. A lot of people, I think this game only got like 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, something like that. I don't know, I'm not sure. But I like it, but a lot of people didn't really care for it too much. I don't know why. I love like the big bosses you fight and stuff like that, so why not like it? If it's God of War, Devil May Cry, why not like it? It's cool. Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I've beaten this game before on the PS2. I don't remember it anymore because I beat this a long time ago. I'm sure I'll get back into it again at some point. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin for the Game Boy Advance. I beat this game too as well. So, great game. And I'm sure I used the book to cheat. So, Castlevania Road to Ecclesia. I don't know if I've beaten this one yet or not. No, I haven't. This is one I have not opened up. So I'll get to that one at some point. Actually, I love this game right here. This is for the first. This is the first PS2 Castlevania. I love this game. This game is great, and I'd go back to it again in a heartbeat. Love the 3D style. And I have this little small book here. Well, it's not small because you see how thick it is, but it's whatever. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Use that one at some point. And of course, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I've used this book to death. Actually, I think I used this book right here to get the 200.1%, 200.2%. I have beaten this game all the way through. And I don't even know why I have this, but I'm sure I bought it for. I didn't pay $12.99 for it. I think I paid like $1 for it at some store. I don't know. All right, books are done. Let's get on with the games, and these are in no particular order, except for the last two of my two favorite Castlevanias of all time. So I'll leave those for last. Let's start with the DS games and the Game Boy Advance ones, as well as Game Boy. So, of course, like I said before, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, I've beaten it. Great, fantastic game. I love the 2D style of this. This game is just awesome. Next is Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. No, it's open, but I know I haven't beaten it. So, but I'll get to it at some point. Next we got Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. This one I have beaten before, so great game as well. They're all the same. They're all 2Ds, so sweet stuff. Castlevania Heart of Dissonance for the Game Boy Advance, great game as well. Beating this one, and this one is unopened. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. This one I have not beaten before. It's still unopened, so I will get to that at some point. And this is obviously the one that started it all on the Game Boy Advance. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Fantastic game. This is what started all those other ones. And I don't know why they stopped, because I would keep buying them if they keep on making them. So good stuff there. And Castlevania Legends. I don't even know where this box came from, but I know this is a very hard box to find, and the instructions are in there as well. So this one I do cherish. Now that the fact it's, I don't know, I think it's up to like $400 or $500, something like that. I don't know. It's just insanely stuff. I think I paid like $10 for it back in the day. I'm gonna say something about the ridiculously expensive prices of these video games. Like, who knew back when I was, working at a game store, that these games would be ridiculously amounts of prices right now? No one thought that. So I wish I'm glad I kept all the boxes I'm sure I threw some away. Kind of regret that now, but who's to know? All right, next we got like I said, a controversial game, Castlevania 2 Lords of Shadow. I did put it in, start playing it, and it is obviously the sequel to the first Lords of Shadow, obviously. I need to get into this game a lot, because I love hack and slash games, like I said, and yeah, I'll try it sometime. Now I've got the I guess the collector's art, or collector's copy of the Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Now, how cool! That's awesome. It's just, it's got the book and everything. There's the disc for it. That's just awesome. I got the soundtrack, wherever that is. Oh, there's a CD. Oh, there it is. Yep, I got the soundtrack for it. I've listened to it a few times. Good stuff. I'm just a huge Castlevania buff, so this stuff is great. And I think that case is awesome. Like, you see it right there, and you pull it out, and it's got that 3D art look style. It's awesome. And then I just bought this Castlevania Judgment. I know it's a one-on-one fighting game for the Wii. This is still brand new. I think I paid for like $8 for it, something like that. Like, when they were closing them out, they had like 100 copies of this at Best Buy. So I was like, dude, why not? It's Castlevania. I gotta have it. I've seen it played. I'll give it a shot. I liked what I saw, and I'll give it a shot sometime. And then, of course, for the PSP, Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. And the whole reason why I bought this, obviously, number one is Castlevania. Number two, it's got the the Rondo of Blood for the PC Engine, which I don't own. I wish I had it, but I don't. I don't even have the Japanese copy. I know a lot of people do, but the whole reason why I bought this was because it was Castlevania and had Rondo of Blood on it. So, and I've beaten the out of it. So, it's got Steps in the Night on the back too. But if you don't have it already, then I suggest you get this one right here, because you can get them both on there. So that's sweet stuff. And then let's not forget Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis. To be honest with you, I only have like 6 Genesis games, and this is one of them I had to have. And it's the paperback one. It's not the hardback copy, or it's not the shell casing or clam casing, whatever they call it. But I had to have it. I bought it brand new. I played it a few times. Did I cut that open right there? I did cut it open right there. Dang it. There's a big giant slit right there, but it's not all the way through, but I must have cut it when I don't know why I did that. But anyway, I've never beaten this before. I've only played the first level. So I need to get into this at some point. My Genesis is hooked up, so I don't know why I've never played before, but I'll get into it at some point. Next, PlayStation 1, and obviously I'll get to that one later. I guess I kind of gave that away. Castlevania Chronicles. I've watched a lot of people on YouTube beat this game, and they say it's one of the hardest games they've ever played. I actually couldn't agree more, because I think I've gotten to like the 3rd level of I don't even remember the two. There's two styles of this game. I can't remember them both, but good stuff though. It's it's your old retro 16-bit style game, but I'm just glad I bought it back in the day, and because it said Castlevania on it, so anything Castlevania ever came out, I had to buy it right away. So I'm glad I had this to my collection. And like I said earlier with the books, there's Castlevania, Lament of Innocence. I have beaten this game before. Great game. Love it. Love that 3D style. And then, of course, Curse of Darkness for the PS2 as well. Beaten this one as well. And these two games are sweet. I mean, I know they didn't get very good reviews. I don't know why, but that's just their opinion, of course. You have your own opinion. That's great. But these games are great. And I think they're still fairly cheap. So I would suggest if you're a Castlevania fan and you haven't played these, get them for sure. Oh, and then I've got, I wish I had the boxes for these, but I don't. I've got the Castlevania Adventure, and I've got the Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. I think I've beaten Castlevania Adventure before. Very slow, but good. Obviously, graphics are, 8-bit. They didn't mind being 8-bit, they're like 4-bit. Black and white, can't really see what's going on, but I did beat it. I think I downloaded the Rebirth on the Wii when it came out in the Virtual Console, so I'm pretty sure it's on there. I think I beat it on there as well, but just whatever. I just have those in my Game Boy collection. So next we got the 264 games, and again, these were controversial. I like them. I've beaten actually both of them. Obviously, there's the original Castlevania. I think this is the first 3D version. Yeah, because obviously the PS2 was way later in the genre of systems. But this game's awesome. I mean, if you go play to level 4, I think that's one of the best soundtracks in my opinion. When you're running through the clock tower or whatever and trying to figure that stuff out. The one thing I think what people didn't like about the game is you had to mix that sulfur and that powdery stuff, that chemical. And every single time you jumped off a cliff, whatever, you'd blow up because you had one of those chemicals in your hand you're not supposed to have. But dude, just go get the guidebook and it'll tell you what to do and you're good to go. And then Castlevania Legacy of Darkness is literally the same thing. It's identical. Obviously it's got the wolf on there. I think you can be the wolf. I don't remember. It's been a long since I've beaten this, but I have beaten them both and I like them. I think they're awesome. I've actually given 8.5 out of 10. I think they got I think they got 6.5 out of 10 on the scale, but again, it's Castlevania, so I mean you can't knock it down that much because there's no such thing as an average Castlevania game in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with that. This is one that it's a great game. This is my third favorite game, of course, for the Castlevania series, and that's Castlevania 4. Now, I'm going to show you my other two games that I have. You're probably going to be able to figure out which ones those two are. So, but Castlevania 4 is great. I mean, this definitely A+, if not an S. But it's my number 3 game, and only because I'm going to tell you why in a second. But this game is great. You got the whole entire. You can whip all 8 directions, and music's good. And, of course, the game is made in 1991. It's one of the first Super Nintendo games. So you look at those graphics, and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. But it's so short and so easy to beat that, okay, I beat it. Cool. Is there another one coming up? Yes, there is. Oh, making a mess here. And as you can see, that's what I was talking about earlier. Castlevania Dracula X. This has the best soundtrack, even better than Symphony of the Night, in my opinion. Every single soundtrack on every single level is awesome. Especially Bloody Tears. That's the best ever. This game is. I think I've beaten this game so many times. I've probably beaten this game probably more than any other game I've ever beaten, even more than Battletoads, which is if you look at one of my episodes, I've beaten that game a lot. But I've beaten this. I'll play this game just for the music. This game is fantastic. This game is 100%. I can't stress enough how good this game is. S, triple S, whatever you want to call it for the grading. And my favorite Castlevania of all time is, no surprise, Symphony of the Night. I mean. Let's get serious here. This is hands down one of the best 2D music, Castlevania's ever made. I mean, with that freaking Ball of Souls, I was actually going to get a tattoo on my arm just for that reason. And then you've got, obviously dialogue's pretty lousy, but what video game dialogue actually is good. So, but man, when this game came out, I was blown away. But still, as far as soundtrack is concerned, yes, I mean. don't judge. You know, the soundtrack on this game is amazing. That's why it's called Symphony of the Night. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But to get the full satisfaction of this game, you have to play the inverted castle as well. You have to get to beat the castle, and you have to play the inverted castle as well. And that's when you get the whole 200.2% or whatever, 2.1%. But yeah, this is my number one game. But Dracula X has the best soundtrack. So, and I believe I forgot 3 of the games, and of course I'm gonna bring them down because I'm sure you guys all have them. There they are. I forgot the original NES ones. And I so wish that I had the boxes for these, but I don't. And I don't think I need to explain about these ones. This is what started it all, Castlevania 1. And of course, everyone knows about Simon's Quest. And of course, jeez, look at all that dust on there. That means let's go show I have not played this game. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. So, there you have it. That's my Castlevania collection. I think I'm missing one. I think I just didn't pull out of the box, but I have the Castlevania. I don't know what it's called for the 3DS. I know it's like the 2D version of Lords of Shadow for the PS3. I think it's, yeah, something like that. But I do have it. I just didn't want to keep looking in the box to find it. So, one last thing I want to show you guys was I love Castlevania so much that I had to show. Whoa, sorry about that. I have those those 3D those 9x9 pixel things that actually what intrigued me to buy those things was the CU podcast with Ian and Pat. They were advertising them right there, and I was like, wow, those things are awesome. So I had to get them, and they're if you have a game room or you want to start a game room and you're a Castlevania fan like I am, they're just sweet. Like they obviously they're 3D for a reason. But yeah, that's and they're $30. They're a little bit pricey, but I mean, like I said, if you're a Castlevania fan like I am, you definitely need to get them. And then I mean, just look at that right there. Look at that's 1995 when this game came out, and look how badass those graphics are. And that's just the first level, and then music is fantastic. So. Well, I'm gonna get to this game here in a little bit. I'm actually probably gonna play it again, try and beat it, because it makes me want to play it right now just because of music. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but if you do see this video or other people see it, that'd be awesome if you guys subscribe to my video. I'm gonna upload more, now that I've got some more time. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and you have a good night. We'll talk to you later.